It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one.
And it comes your way next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring 2 teams who both won their openers.
Yeah, it's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned as the season began. And while it's only week 2, whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And his first pass falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker's looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes and have to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. One of the tight ends in motion left. Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Made him 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 47. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. To throw, here's Hall. Short pass caught by his tight end.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Hall setting a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
He runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 3. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play, and now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Dragons finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Throwing now on 1st down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Like, turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
2nd and 4. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Hall looking to throw. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Dragons getting their punter out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. No return on that punt. And it's it's going to be their football coming up. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll throw on first. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's unsuccessful. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Back to throw now. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dreadnoughts reach pay dirt for the first time this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dreadnoughts tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Hall. Hauled in left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Hall. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They've got a first to begin the frame. Throwing his Hall. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. From the 26 on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down from the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. To throw, here's Hall. He completes it in traffic. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Hall now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game.
And in for the touchdown. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dreadnoughts and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And not a a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. Hall setting to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Hall. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Cut out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Hauled in by Gray. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On now is the punt team for the Dreadnoughts. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Here comes their offense out again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Complete out to the right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from San Antonio. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hall looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Pass play now. It is cut left side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons will add to their lead at the end of the half. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dragons double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Brought in right side.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Back to throw it. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Dragons out in front. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll get started out in the capital city of Austin, Texas, where you see the final score there. The Armadillos were losers in their opener, but they get back to even with the win on the road. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First down, ball at the 36. Right up the gut. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a throw. Finds it's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Dragons ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Hall. Finds the in route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running back sent in motion left. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on first down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Hall. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Dreadnoughts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
A quarterback clock. It is so important to play in the position and playing it efficiently. You got to know, you got to have that clock in your head because that's enough time in this league to get rid of the ball. That's a lesson this QB's got to learn.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. And quick to the left, it's caught. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. Their offense ready to take the field now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Hall. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hall. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. They are throwing it again. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Dragons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Hand off to the back. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 27. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Third down, 1 yard to go. Hall now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Third and a lone yard coming up. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives them the first. He's got it on the bootleg. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing off the play fake here. Hits his running back.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dragons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hall setting a throw. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Hall looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Dragons have likely locked up the win right there. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons stretch their lead to 21. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Back out runs their offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they could bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback. Getting to a good drop, forcing that check down, and they'd only just bait him into a completion. But they knocked him back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Give now to the running back. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing his Hall. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dragons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons continue piling onto this lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. This offense getting all set for this series. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They're throwing it. Finds the in route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. That's completed right side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Looking for a throw here. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Dreadnoughts cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And they recover this one without a problem. The onside attempt fails. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Dragons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. To throw, here's Hall. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dragons emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from San Antonio.